Have you ever tried to memorize something, and 5 minutes later, it's just gone? Maybe it's a formula, a definition, a date, or even something simple like, what did I just read? And the worst part, you see other people who remember things effortlessly. They read it once, and it stays. Meanwhile, you feel like your memory has a leak somewhere. If you've ever felt that way, you're not alone. I used to struggle with this so much that I thought something was wrong with me. But here's the good news. Memory isn't a gift. It's a skill. And like any skill, it can be trained systematically. In this video, you're going to learn 5 simple science-backed methods to improve your memory power. No fancy tricks, no unrealistic promises, just practical habits that will help you remember faster, retain longer, and feel more confident while studying. Let's start point 1. The meaning first. Method because your brain ignores anything that feels useless. One of the biggest reasons we forget is because we try to memorize information we don't. Understand, if your brain doesn't know why something matters, it throws it away. Think of your brain like a librarian. If you hand it a random piece of paper with no title and no context, the librarian won't know where to file it, but if you give it a labeled, organized page, it knows exactly where to store it. So, before memorizing anything, ask yourself, what does this actually mean? How does this connect to what I already know? Why is this important? A quick example, when I learned the quadratic formula in school, I memorized it by force, and I forgot it every week. But the moment I understood why it works, I never forgot it again. Meaning creates memory. 2. The explain it like a teacher technique, the Feynman technique, but simplified if you want to remember something deeply. Don't just read it. Explain it. Not perfectly, not formally, just in simple language like you're teaching a 10-year-old dot, because teaching forces your brain to organize information. It shows you what you truly know and what you only think you know. You can do this out loud, or write it on paper, or teach an imaginary audience in your room. Yes, I've done that. A quick mini story. Back in university, I used to explain entire chapters to my wall. And guess what? My grades went up not because I studied more but because explaining made everything stick. If you can explain it simply, you've learned it. 3. The spaced repetition routine. The single most powerful memory habit if you only remember one method from this video. Let it be this one. Your brain doesn't remember through cramming. It remembers through revisiting. There's a simple pattern for spaced repetition. Day 1, learn it. Day 2, review it. Day 4, review again 1 week later. Review again 1 month later. Final review. Each review strengthens the memory. Like adding another layer of glue, the problem is, most people study like learn once gives, never see it again gives panic before exam. Spaced repetition eliminates that panic. You don't feel overloaded. You don't relearn everything from 0. Just a few minutes of scheduled review, and your memory becomes rock solid. 4. The linking images trick turning boring facts into sticky visuals. Your brain is terrible at remembering abstract words, but amazing at remembering pictures. If I say pink elephant wearing sunglasses, you'll remember it instantly. But if I say Article 21, right to life, it vanishes. So the trick is to turn abstract information into images or associations. Example, you're trying to remember that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Picture a tiny cell with a noisy electrical generator inside it. The sillier the image, the stronger the memory. This method works for vocabulary, science definitions, dates, history, events, formulas, anything dry and boring. 5. The 0 distraction rule because memory dies in a distracted mind. Here's something most students underestimate. You can't remember what you never fully paid attention to. If your brain is half on your phone, half on studying, you're not memorizing. You're skimming. A distracted hour feels like studying, but it produces almost 0 memory. Try the 10-minute deep focus rule. Put your phone far away, set a 10-minute timer, focus completely on the material, then take a short break. 10 minutes is doable. 10 minutes builds focus. 10 minutes increases memory. When you reduce distractions, your brain finally has enough space to store what you learn. To make this even clearer, let me give you 3 short examples of how these techniques work together. Example 1. Studying biology terms instead of repeating definitions. Try this mix. Understand the concept first, meaning first explain it to yourself in simple language. Create a mental image, review it after 1 day. Then 3 days, suddenly. Something that once felt hard becomes automatic. Example 2, memorizing history dates. People often fear dates. But dates are just numbers, so create visuals. 1789 gives picture 1 person. 7 flags, 8 swords. 9 torches, just an example. Any image works. Add spaced repetition on top. And dates stop being scary. Example 3. Learning from a lecture instead of watching passively. Pause, summarize, explain out loud, add 1 image review. Tomorrow, this turns a forgettable lecture into long-term memory. A few important warnings, because these mistakes ruin memory. Mistake 1, cramming everything in one night. Mistake 2, highlighting without understanding. Mistake 3, multitasking. Mistake 4, thinking memory is a talent. Let's recap the entire video. Understand first, explain it, use spaced repetition, turn words into images. Remove distractions, and remember, you don't need a super brain, you just need a super system. Start with 1 technique today. You'll feel the difference in a week. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and tell me if you want the How to Study Smarter for Exams video next. You've got this. See you in the next one.